and welcome back to Crazy Awesome Journey. My name is Sandy, and if you're new here, welcome. And this is not a place of perfection. This is a place just to hang out. So what are we going to do today? We are going to make something with lemons, one of my favorites. Okay, and I'm getting it out of this book. I don't know if this is an old book, but I think you can still get it on Amazon. All right. So it's been a while since I've made these things, but I really enjoyed them. When I make a recipe for the first time, um, I'm going to follow the recipe unless there's obvious issues. Like for instance, you don't see any evidence of salt anywhere. You're like, I think it probably needs some salt. And you don't have salted butter or whatever. And so unless there's an obvious missing item or something that doesn't make sense, I tend to do the recipe uh, by the book, let's say. In this case, I found that I like the bars, but I am such a huge fan of lemon that I want it to be really lemony. So I'm going to adjust as I go, and this calls for 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I said change it to 4 tablespoons, and then it says, then I personally added like a quarter of a teaspoon of lemon extract, because generally I don't always keep fresh lemons in the house. But instead of the lemon extract, I'm going to use zest, which is a better alternative if you can use it. But I don't always keep fresh lemons, so you'll work with what you got. So let's get going. Let's see. What do we have? First, we're going to end up at the mixer. So I need, a 1 1/3 cups. Wait a minute. Let me look at this for a second. You heat your oven to 350. See, it says flour, sugar, and margarine or butter. Butter always, but I'm going to take the butter first, and I'm going to kind of cream it with the sugar, and then I'll add the flour, because that just seems like the right thing to do. You pretty much always cream your butter with your sugar. Ooh. At any rate, nonetheless. Okay, so we got the 1/2 cup or a stick of butter in there, and I need a 1/4 cup of sugar. Come here. Done. At least for now. And then I'm actually going to take this bad boy over. Okay. You know what I don't have? I don't have a beater. Ah. I'm like, gee, it's not going to do a whole heck of a lot like that. Silly goober. All right. Let's get this thing creaming. Just the creaming. I'm just going to scrape. Good enough for me. All right, so what does it need? It needs 1 cup. 1 cup. Oh, yeah, right, honey. 1 1/3 cup. Remember all you newbies? Remember when I said it wasn't going to be perfect? Well, here we are. 1 1/3. All right. I'm doing real slow. All right. The oven is preheated to 350. And this is the crust. All right, let's get a scraping again. Scrape often, right? That's what they say. And I don't always follow directions. Most of the time I do, unless something doesn't make sense. And sometimes you kind of have to adapt it to, you know, who you are, how you work, all that good stuff. Come on. Come on, little doggy. Yeah, it's looking crumbly. So it's probably about ready. I want to get the bottom though. I want to make sure that the butter and all is off the bottom. And off the beater for that matter. Alright. One little more. Okay. Good enough. Alright. Okay. So that's the crust. I'm just going to take whatever's left over butter that's on this wrapper. And I'm just going to butter my pan. This is an 8-inch square. I don't know about how you feel about lemon, but oh my gosh. Awesome. Awesome. Now see, some things aren't lemony enough for me. It's like they wave a lemon over it. It's like a lemon went flying by at a high rate of speed. It's just like not lemony. Just isn't. Good enough. Right, press it in the bottom of the pan, and then we'll bake it for 15 to 20. Or until lightly browned, as they say. Do a little pressy pressy. Alright. That was easy to press, huh? Probably easier than press on nails. Not that I've ever tried those, to be honest with you, as you can see. Okay, good enough. All right, 15 to 20 and then 350. Okay, so while that crust bakes, I'm going to use this chintzy little cheese grater, because that's what I got. And I'm going to zest my lemon, trying not to get that white part because, you know, that makes it bitter instead of just wonderfully tangy and lemony. So it'll be a while. I'm going to use all of these lemons because they need to be taken care of. They're on their last legs. So you don't want to watch somebody zest lemons. So I'm going to zest them up. And then I'm going to cut them and I'm going to juice them, and whatever juice I need. And everything else can be put in my water. I mean, but I really do want all this zest. Now I may end up with making two of these, 2 sets of bars, but we'll see. You know, I fly by the seat of my pants. And yeah, I wish that I had something better than this. But I don't, and I keep swearing I'm going to get a planer. But, you know, I don't do this that often, so. Okay, so now it's time to make the filling. All right, what do we have? We need 3/4 of a cup of sugar. There it is. 3/4. You hear the cat? She won't leave me alone. She's cute. I'm trying to tell her I just want 5 minutes. All right, 2 eggs. You know, okay, I'll work with that. 2 eggs. 2 eggs. Let me get these things going. All right. 2 tablespoons of flour. 1 tea. Alright, and I need a little baking powder. Alright, I need 1/4 of a teaspoon. I think I need more baking powder than I think I need. Alright. Next, all right, this works. This works. Scrape. Okay, now I've got to add the lemon juice. Now it says the original recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, and that's it. And I don't think that's lemony. So what I think I'm going to do. Trying to remember when you add zest, how much zest do you usually add? I think I'm going to add about half the zest I have. I'm going to go with the 3 tablespoons. All right. Let's see what we have. 1, 2, 3, and that could go in anything. Now the question comes to me as, what about the zest? How much zest do we want? I'm going to say like you know what? I'm going to be bold. She's going all in. Oh, the heck with it. Heck with it. If this isn't lemony, there is no such thing as lemony. I don't know how much zest that was. But I'm sure it's enough. All right. Is that mixed up enough? What do you think? What do you think? Good enough. All right. Now they just say, pour over the warm crust. Okay. I'm going to tell you something. If they're too lemony, you may not eat them, but I'll eat the snot out of them. I will eat them till the cows come home. All right. And let's see, it says to bake another 18 to 20. So, let's be doing that. Here she goes, 18 to 20. That's it, we have it, 18. Timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I better go tend to a cat. In the meantime, we will wait for these things to get done. And then what you do is you just sprinkle them with powdered sugar after you're done and enjoy. Okay, so they're out. So I'm it says to sprinkle some powdered sugar on there, and that's what I'm doing. You can see it has like a little bit of brown, but not really, just very lightly tanned. It's the only snow we get in Florida. There you go. There you go. cut these babies up. We'll let them cool, and then we'll cut them up. And of course, you know we're going to have to taste the things I have to do for you. I'm going to actually have to eat one. It's just the drudgery. Okay, I'll see you in a few. Okay, so they're cool enough. Okay, cool enough. So I'm going to get this cut up and see what we have. How big do I want them? One big whole one. So let's see how we did. What do you think? Yeah, I'm using my fingers. Oh, come on. You know what? It is not too lemony. It's actually just right. How much did we put in? Can you remember? It was at least a tablespoon of zest. We used three tablespoons of juice, and that was more than a tablespoon of zest. I hope Jim doesn't like them. Makes me happy. Well, that's it. Until then, you know what? I wish you well. Thank you so much for hanging, and I'll see you on the next video.